Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Today, believe it or not, we're on day 6 of our 21-day journey. The quest for the summer body that we love. And I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to be exactly the way you want it physically, but how about if we can change that internal dialogue so that we can love ourselves no matter what? I know I have found for myself that when I can really practice more unconditional love for myself, I'm more motivated to do the things that I want to do to get my body to where I want it to be. So, for those of you who are maybe new to my world or don't know me, I am Angela Orr. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm a pharmacist of 39 years as of today or this month. And I have owned and operated 2 of my own pharmacies, which I grew to 8 figures, then exited. And now I am a mentor and coach to women all around the world. And as I like to say, I have gone from medication to meditation. So still believe in medication, but very judiciously. And I believe that there are so many things that we can do to cultivate our health, but before we jump to a pill per se. So today, day 6, what are we going to talk about today? Today we are talking about, and the exercise for today is about being outdoors and somewhere that you love and to help ground ourselves. As we all know, the earth has, and the outdoor has an incredibly healing and rejuvenation about it. I know for myself, the lake is my happy place, and I love going there and spending time there. So that's what I'll be doing for today's exercise myself, because all of the exercises that I am relaying to you in the 21 days, I am doing myself. So the connection to Mother Earth, to me, being really grounded helps to really remember the natural rhythms of life, because when you look at nature and you look at the seasons that we have in nature, oftentimes it relates to seasons within us. There's a time for growth and repair. There's a time for relaxing. There's a time that we need to prune away the dead things that no longer serve us, such as negative thoughts about ourselves. And so I know for myself and for many people that I work with that, we really can find a sense of peace and clarity when we're out in nature. There's just something about being out there. And I feel like we can learn so many lessons from nature. So for today's practice, I'd like you to find a place that you're really comfortable with. It could be a park, it could be a beach, it could be your own backyard, wherever it is that you can be in nature, and also where you can take off your shoes and maybe walk a little bit. So that will be coming up. And the first thing that I'd like you to do is just to stop when you get out to that spot, to really stop and become present in the moment. And what I mean by that is just to try to dismiss the thoughts that, excuse me, that you may be having, or, the running thoughts about I got to do this and that. Take 10 minutes for yourself and just stop and be. Look at the beautiful trees that may be around you, or the water, or wherever you've chosen to be, and really get present to what is there. It could be a cool breeze that's, coming against your skin. And it could be, I know in my yard, I'm very, very fortunate. I live on 10 acres and I hear birds all the time. And sometimes I even lately have heard a lot of owls. I've heard some fox pups lately. So just to be present, especially with the birds chirping, I just love it so much. And we have hummingbirds that come up. So get present to what is right now in the moment. And as you breathe in, just notice the fresh air. And, I sometimes even extend my arms out so I can really take in a deep breath and just notice everything, that is around you. That I said, the vibrancy, especially at this time of year where so much growth has happened, and, the trees are fuller, and that type of thing. Flowers could be, there could be flowers that have come up for you in different areas. So just really notice what's around. Then I'd like you to take off your shoes and socks if you haven't already, or your sandals, whatever you may have on. And I want you to walk barefooted, and whether that's on a beach or in your yard, but really feel the earth as she pulsates through. There's so much energy in the earth, and the earth is alive just like everything else. Everything has an energy to it, everything has a frequency to it. So just tune into that earthly pulsation and just the grounding and how good that feels. Scientifically, there is a lot about grounding that I'm not going to go into here because I don't want this to be a 2 hour presentation, but just know that there is science based that when you can be in nature more naturally, that you can really get a lot of good energy from the earth. I'm just looking at my notes so I make sure that I don't forget anything. And remember, you're part of this beautiful earth, and you're alive as well as the earth. And when you put the two together, it can be so beautiful. And then simply spend some time just being grounded, feeling your feet in the whether it's the sand or whether it's grass or maybe a little bit of a forest type of atmosphere, and not only feeling with your feet but just even the warm sun on you, or even if it's cloudy and misty, to feel those sensations. Allow yourself to just be in the moment. Now, thoughts are going to come up and you're going to think about this or that or whatever. And I just invite you to try to just dismiss that thought, not fight it, because the more you resist, the more it persists. So just really try to come back to the moment, come back to your breath. If you have to, just take some deep breaths and just keep coming back. Every time you overcome, it's a victory. So remember that. It's not about being perfect, but it's about remembering to come back and be in the moment. And you can choose to lie down. I know some people like to lie down fully and get totally grounded and soak up that energy of the earth. Some people prefer to just stand or sit. Even if you can't stand for a long period of time, take a chair out, or have somebody help you with a chair so you can at least sit and have your feet on the ground. That's the important part, to have your feet, your bare feet, on the ground for at least 10 minutes, taking in the sights and sounds, as I said. And as you connect with nature, I'm sure that you're going to find yourself feeling more grounded. And when you can feel more grounded, I know for myself, I feel more confident. I feel more sure of myself. And I just feel this anchoring in my soul that I can't find without nature. Some people even love trees and go up and love to hug trees. I used to think, oh, tree huggers are kind of weird, but I've changed my tune so much over the years because, again, I believe that, if you think about trees and how important they are, I mean, trees are what makes oxygen for us. We would not have oxygen and we would not be able to breathe if it were not for trees, because they take, it's, science again, but they basically are the producer of oxygen for us. So trees are a living, dynamic being, just like we are. And and it's really interesting with heart math. I'm a certified heart math practitioner, and they're doing some studies about trees and about how trees actually talk to each other. And it's through their root system. And what's interesting is that they can detect small seismic changes. So they actually can predict. So using the language of trees, scientists are actually starting to be able to predict like major events that might happen, such as an earthquake or eruptions of volcanoes. So it's really, really fascinating. Just know, you don't have to know all that science, but just know that trees, just like plants, just like flowers, grass, it's all living. And so to be connected to that is you're connecting with another living being. And it just can be a very beautiful experience. And when you're ready, and you can infuse your mind with all of this sense of gratitude and appreciation for all that's around you, spend a minute or two there just in that gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. So if you are wanting some things in your life, giving gratitude is a really great way to be able to call that in. And remember, the journey is about really cultivating a deep love for yourself and a deep love and respect for your mind, for your body. But your body is your body, your mind, and beyond that, your intuition, your soul. And it's really hard to go through this life hating yourself. And I know I've spent a lot of my time there, but I don't anymore. So these practices are really meant to design to help you with connections that can cultivate that gratitude and love that you can turn around and use on yourself. And remember, you are beautiful inside and out. So I hope you have enjoyed day 10. Leave me a comment that you've done it, what you thought about it. You can reach out to me directly if you have any questions. And I'm just so grateful that you're here with me on this journey. And I can't wait to see you till tomorrow.